So for Scrap the Boys, they want us to document some sports. Well, my husband does not play sports, and my little boy is a little too young to play sports. But I have started to try to teach him how to play baseball. So today we are going to use a 4th of July kit to talk about the story of teaching my son baseball. Now, I've got a kit that has sports stuff in it, and the papers that were related to baseball were super lame. I mean, they were just horrible. So, instead of using my little supplies that I have for baseball, I decided to kind of create my own. And I've been doing that throughout last month with my counterfeit kit. I've been using my supplies and trying to come up with ways to use my stamps and dies to my benefit. But today we're going to use a 4th of July kit to document about baseball. And one way I'm doing that is grabbing this piece of paper. It doesn't look a whole bunch like 4th of July. It does have the red, white, and blue, which you would expect, but it's got this wood background to it as well, which takes it away from the 4th of July feeling. This looks more celebratory than 4th of July. And then one big element that I'm having on my layout is a baseball. So I cut this out using my Creative Memories circle system, which I love. I love this thing. I love all the circles that I have. It really is a great tool. So if you don't have it, that's one of those that I'm like, I would probably buy that. You could use your Cricut or Silhouette, but I wanted to use that. So, and it's easy, accessible, right to my left. So one way I'm going to shift the focus of this 4th of July paper from 4th of July to baseball is by having a massive element that is a baseball that I hand stitched on my page. So I drew these black lines and I took an awl and I poked my holes, and then I doubled up my thread and I threaded my baseball. And I think this looks really cool. One thing I'm noticing about all the imagery though is that the stitching is not always like straight on like this. So I think if I had done it again, I would probably shift it up to make it look more like a V, but who cares? I mean, you get that this is a baseball. And that's the whole point, right? In addition, you've got my photos, which look like he's playing baseball, even though he's not really, he's doing t-ball. Something related to baseball, right? And you saw that I hadn't finished the stitching. There's no need to. I'm covering it up with a photo, so it is what it is. I did this side because originally I had my baseball facing like this with my photos dead on. But then I realized I had to do some stitching over here, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to rotate this, make my pictures more askew. I didn't like how they were straight on. A lot of my elements actually came from a 12 by 12 chipboard piece. And what I do with these is instead of using them as chipboard, I peel off the chipboard backing and just use the top. So for example, here is one that I thought I was going to use but didn't. I just peel off the back. Super easy. It does kind of damage the image a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about that. So I'm going to use my handy dandy sticker guide to lay down kind of what I'm thinking here. And you can see I've grabbed a couple stickers that say Little Firecracker and American Made. My journaling is going to go in the lower right hand corner, and I did this after I had kind of come up with my layout, which is kind of my process, and used a scrap from the same white that was here. But you can see I'm using things from that 4th of July that emphasize this is an American sport. I'm bringing in the Statue of Liberty and the red, white, and blue colors, bringing in that lighter blue that's in a couple different places on my layout. But as a sport, baseball is the American pastime. Well, football now I feel like is more, but you get the feeling from that still is appropriate for a story about baseball. And that's how I use the elements to focus on my story of my son starting to play some t-ball or baseball. And that's my layout. It's super simple. Make sure to check out everybody else who's playing along with Scrap the Boys. I'm sure there's going to be some wonderful layouts. That team is amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.